Greetings, I pray all is well. You know, my message is always changing the vibration of this planet with love, and what conversations can we have to assist in this process. So, you know, we've been talking about consciousness as well for a while, and this conversation is about your consciousness, or your, I don't want to say your consciousness, oh yeah, is programmable. Right now, how we're living and the things that we're being subjected to is a lot of, it's horrible. You know what I mean? So, you know, we have to find another way to overcome the system that is subjected us to certain ways of being and thinking. And so, because we've been subjected to so much stuff, we've kind of been programmed to go with the flow of the system. And so what my spirits were saying is that, you know, we are programmable. And so it's time to consciously program yourself, your mindset, your belief system to think of a freedom, and what does that look and feel like? Meaning that, you know, yes, a lot of people think, oh yeah, because you got money, you're free. You know, you can go and do what you want. But as you see in celebrity news, money doesn't always, I feel like I've got a hair around my face and it's distressing me. You see in celebrity stuff that, you know, money don't always get you what you want. It gets you a whole bunch of other stuff. Letting you know that humanity is humanity, and regardless of what is going on behind the scenes, there's certain things that humanity go through and lessons that they have to go through, whether you have money or not. It's about your level of consciousness and what you understand as a soul coming here to learn some things. And if you don't learn them, you're going to find a way. They're going to find a way to make the lessons be everything that you need, whether you have money or not. So again, your consciousness, or should I say, your mindset is programmable. What you put into it is what you can, which will create your belief systems, which will create your experiences, which will create your reality. Okay? So as much as we understand the diabolical stuff that's going on, we have to figure out another way. That, you know, remember I said the other day about that slave, what was his name? Ezra the Ox, that, you know, that he was a professor, but he flipped the script and went kind of in hiding for a couple of years, and then brought down a whole bunch of slave masters and the plantations, but he did it with patience and understanding what it was that he needed to do, you know. And so with that understanding and awareness, we have to be in that mindset that the script that they've been playing and trying to give us over hundreds of years, we got to shift that. We got to change that. We have to believe more in ourselves. We have to understand more of ourselves and what we're capable of. And that's how things change. When you know that you're capable of more things, when you know that you have more power in your hands and in your being, you tend to do things differently. And that's, again, with your level of consciousness. How aware are you of who you are and what you are? Your awareness of self gives you more abilities to change things. Again, more awareness of yourself gives you more clarity of how to maneuver in this space. A lot of unconscious people, or a lot of people that are so caught up or fragmented in their life due to persons, places, things, circumstances, you know what I mean, environment, social, family, you name it, job, whatever the case may be. There's a lot of people that are fragmented, so they don't even think about the capabilities that you have in order to shift this perspective. So in this time, when they say that your consciousness is programmable, and I'm still battling my head with it, not battling, but I'm trying to wrap my head around that space of your consciousness is programmable. I'm trying to, it's almost like I'm trying to say that your self is programmable regarding how open you are, how aware are you of self, how open are you to understanding things that are not the norm, how open are you to embracing things that are not normally in your thought process, how open are you into having things change where you're not having to fight to change them, how open are you to experiencing these things, you know. And that's a real thing, because if you're not open to it, then those things won't come to your awareness, those things won't come to your space in order for you to see and embrace it and then move accordingly. And that's one of the things that as a collective we have to get to understand. You know what I mean? We are programmable. You know what I mean? The information that comes into us is what sustains us, or moves us, and then we get onto something else. You know what I mean? When you understand, when you get a degree, you don't have to go back and get the same degree again next year. You know what I mean? You can get another one, or you go higher, PhD and master's specialist, right? So that lets you know that once you've applied and adapted those skills, those lessons don't come to you again. What tends to happen is lessons come to you that, because you are now more equipped, you're now aware of how to solve those problems, even if they look like ones that you've had before. You know what I mean? Because there's something deeper that you're needing to understand about yourself. Henceforth, you go through them again. But yeah, to understand that your self, or your space is programmable, your consciousness is programmable. You have to understand that. And even though it's being programmed to a bunch of diabolical crap, you can now add better things to it. You can now embrace new things. You can embrace ways to counteract this stuff. But it all depends on your level of wanting to be open, or your level of awareness. And awareness is key, because it just takes a moment to sit with it. Just like, what is it that I need to know? And I say this and I do this myself. When I'm kind of dumbfounded on something, I ask, what is it that I need to know? What things do I need to be aware of? Or what do I need to know about this particular subject or this situation? And guaranteed, my spirit show me a scenario or a situation, or give me the clarity to realize, oh, it's because of this, or it's because I'm thinking like this, or it's because I've been holding this space as to why this is happening, which lets me know it all goes back to me, and how aware am I of self and my capabilities. So when I realize a lot of this goes back to understanding myself, that's why I keep going back to that. Loving of self gives you the clarity to move through a lot of things. And it's not easy, because you bounce backwards and forwards from you knowing something, and you're clear about something, and then getting caught back up into your reality. But when I say that your self is programmable, or your consciousness is programmable, it's what you're open to wanting to become a part of you. Are you wanting this wisdom to become a part of you? Are you open? Are you aware that there's other information out there that you didn't know about, that could really change and flip the script of who you are and what you are? And I know that there is, and most of it, that's unity consciousness, because there's always more awareness the more aware you are. When you're aware that we are one, and you can't separate that awareness is key, that will open more doors for more information. And this is the thing, this is how we destroy and eliminate those that are trying to destroy us. Why? Because they don't want us to be aware. But when we take our time to be aware, and be aware of self, and aware of our own understanding, it shifts everything completely. It has no choice. So this is that time that we're in. We're in a space of we having to work on knowing ourselves some more, programming ourselves with things that may feel uncomfortable, or may feel different, or being open to different, because different sometimes is that energy that you need to shift what's going on. I'm gonna do another one on this, because that programmable space, that can lead into so many different things, whether it's your workplace, your love life, your finances, your family, your friends, your everything. When you understand some things from a different perspective, everything can change. So I'm going to come back to this one, okay? Because time's done. But anyway, we love you, and we love me too. Take care and have a